Welcome to week 5 of Introduction to GIS. This week we start off with editing in GIS. Many times the data that you need for your analysis will not be ready-made. You will likely have to create your own features from scratch or alter existing data. ArcGIS offers several ways to create and edit your data. Before you create or edit features in ArcMap, you will need to have an existing feature class to edit. If you do not have one, you can create a new geodatabase feature class or a shapefile in the Arc catalog window. Data workflows ensure attention to data quality and accurate updating of metadata. Choose the workspace and data frame you want to edit. Then you'll start an edit session. Choose a feature template and construction tool from the Create Features window. You'll set up additional editing properties or options such as snapping. Create the new feature such as by digitizing on a map. Add or edit attributes of the feature. Save edits and stop editing. You can also edit existing features and attributes in an edit session in ArcMap. All editing occurs in an edit session. During an edit session, you can create or modify vector features or tabular attribute information. When you want to edit, you need to start an edit session, which you end when you're done. Editing applies to a single workspace in a single ArcMap data frame, where a workspace is a geodatabase or a folder of shapefiles. If you have more than one data frame in your map, you can only edit the layers in one data frame at a time, even if all the data is in the same workspace. Although you can edit data in different coordinate systems, it is generally best if all the data you plan to edit together has the same coordinate system as the data frame. There are two ways to start an edit session: by clicking the Editor menu on the Editor toolbar, or by right-clicking a layer in the table of contents. If you use the Editor menu to start editing on a data frame that contains data from multiple workspaces, you are prompted to choose the workspace to edit. If you right-click a layer in the table of contents, you automatically start an edit session on the entire workspace containing that layer. Most of the time you edit data in Data View, since it shows only the data in your map and hides the layout elements. You can also edit in Layout View. Editing in Layout View can be useful when you want to make minor additions to your map in the context of your map layout. Edits are temporary until you choose to save and apply them permanently to your data. You can also quit an edit session without saving your changes. Just saving a map document does not save the edits to the features. You need to specifically save the edits in your edit session. When you save the edits, you write them to the data source or your geodatabase. Points are the simplest features to create. Simply click a point template in the Create Features window and the point tool is automatically activated. Click the map where you want to add the point. You can right-click the map or use snapping to help you create points at exact locations. To create segments in lines or polygons, you will most commonly use the Line tool with line templates and the Polygon tool with polygon templates. While these tools are used with different template types, they behave very similarly. To create segments, simply click the map where you want to place vertices. You digitize a new line or polygon feature's shape by drawing an edit sketch, which is the underlying representation of the feature's geometry. As you sketch, you will see a WYSIWYG preview with the actual symbology used for that template, with vertices symbolized as green and red squares. A sketch is composed of all the vertices and segments of the feature. Vertices are the points at which the sketch changes direction. Segments are the lines that connect the vertices. You can create data by converting features of a paper map into a digital format. There are several ways to digitize new features. Digitizing on-screen or heads-up over an image is one of the most common methods. In this method, you display an aerial photograph, satellite image, or orthophotograph on screen as a base map. Then you draw features such as roads, buildings, or parcels on top of it. Using automated digitization such as ArcScan for ArcGIS extension enables you to perform automatic or interactive raster to vector data conversion with high precision and little or no operator intervention during the data capture stage. Some GIS data is directly captured in the field using a global positioning system or GPS. GPS units calculate their position using signals from satellites and sometimes base stations. They vary in capability and accuracy and can be connected to handheld computers, laptops, or tablet PCs to record both features and attributes in the field. Once you have created features, you can also edit their shapes with the tools on the editor toolbar. One of the biggest demands of a GIS practitioner is the ability to use spreadsheet data to create features. We've done this in a few UWF labs already. Spreadsheets are industry standards for working with data collection and data management. Often, users will perform conversions or rework data sets in programs such as Excel and then use their results in ArcGIS. Spreadsheet data can be used to create new data points from XY coordinate data and can also be joined to spatial data as a new attribute. To review, attributes are descriptions of a geographic feature in a GIS, usually stored as a row in a table. For example, attributes of a river might include its name, length, and average depth. You can enter new attribute values when you create features, and you can edit existing values. When you create a feature, it starts with only the default attribute values as specified in the template used to create the feature. There are three main ways of adding or updating attributes in ArcMap. You can use the Attributes window that displays attributes of selected features and allows you to edit the values. The top panel of the window shows the layer to which the selected feature or features belong, while the bottom panel shows the attribute values of that feature, including any related or joined information. In the Table window, during an edit session, you can add or change a value directly in the table by clicking any cell and typing the new value. You can also open Field Calculator. The Table window allows you to use the field calculator, which helps you update multiple values in a particular field and use advanced statements when editing field values. While you do not have to be in an edit session to calculate field values, an edit session is recommended because it allows you to undo your edits. Editing and digitizing data are extremely important and initially time-consuming. Make sure you take your time and pay attention to detail. It can be very easy to make mistakes, so make sure you allot plenty of time to learn the important concepts and procedures of this important lesson. There are a few ways to enhance your productivity while you are in an editing environment. The field calculator is one way to automate editing. Other examples include snapping. Snapping allows you to create features that connect to each other so that your edits are more accurate and have fewer errors. Mini toolbars, like the Feature Construction Mini toolbar, which appears near your pointer when you are digitizing segments in new lines or polygons, makes tools more easily accessible when you are editing. ArcGIS allows you to create and edit several kinds of data. You can edit feature data stored in shapefiles and geodatabases, as well as various tabular formats. This includes points, lines, polygons, text annotations and dimensions, multi-patches, and multi-points. You can also edit shared edges and coincident geometry using topologies and geometric networks. This sounds scary, but it isn't, and you will get great practice in the lab this week. Now that we have created our data, what can we do with it? That's where geoprocessing comes in.